Hello everyone and welcome to another real-time strategy Let's Play. The last series we did was Mazda Mundi. It ended quite weirdly on the Sea of Thieves. If you haven't seen that, go check out that video. I thought I'd start a new one. You know, keep you guys entertained, and if you like my Let's Plays, that's awesome. I've been doing them for about 5 years now, if you didn't know. Picking who I'm going to play as has been quite hard, so I do really want to play as the dwarves again, but also I kept going back and forth about Durthu and even Morgur, because I've never played as Morgur before. Oh, and Arkan in black, but I think I'll save them for another time. Maybe another Let's Play that'll go alongside this. I'm going to play as Ungrim, a bit of a different dwarf start. He's all about slayers, and if he starts where I think he starts, he's going to be right next to the vampire counts in Zufbar. Is it Zufbar? I think so. So he's got minus 50% slayer upkeep. It costs him less to recruit the slayers, and this is actually a buff they gave him in Mortal Empires. Speed plus 10% for infantry units, which is really good. And he gives plus 6 melee attack for slayers in the Lord's army, which, so yeah, these slayers get pretty massive buffs around him. And he starts with some thunderers, longbeards, and obviously some slayers. So we're going to start. So this is the second single. Well, not single. Actually, I've done a couple more. I've never actually completed them. Hopefully this one I actually complete. I don't like starting Let's Plays and not finishing them. I think it's a bit of a waste of time. So that's why I tend to be so careful when I pick what I'm going to play. The only reason I didn't finish Mazda Mundis was because, well, my PC died. So, right, I'll go back in when we're in the game. And we're back in. We are back. Interestingly, he does actually start at Karaze Karak. I thought he'd start up here. Or is it up here? Did he start? No, it's here, isn't it? So we start at Kazarak. Or Kazarak, that's a completely different thing. Karaze Karak. We are immediately going to upgrade and get our gem mineshaft going.
I must fulfill my slayer
probably take on this army already.
Onward.
I've got thunderers, quarrelers, some miners. I'm guessing they've just got some goblins and some orc boys or something. But just to be safe, let's get some more dwarf warriors, get a bit of a front line going. I'm not expecting to come across any armor piercing straight away, so we'll just leave it like that. But I've got a wire in front of my monitor. Right, let's I'm going to go with the more economic upgrades early, because I think they help out earlier than they do later, because later on you start to steamroll a bit. First thing to do always on a first turn is relations with
Are we from another holder?
Let's have a defense alliance.
To war!
The Greybeard's Prospectors.
Honor to your ancestors.
Let's have a non-aggression pact.
Yes.
You just want to do this because straight away it's so useful to have. I think I'll trade with all of you.
Who calls?
Empire,
it is good
kind of
to
like
see
me. Oh, these are all the orcs.
What?
Order princes. That'll be useful to have as an ally.
I hope you're.
But they don't want anything to do with me yet. Vampire counts I don't really want anything to do with. I'm very unfriendly with them.
Dwarfs.
But let's end the first turn. Oh yeah, we got the Book of Grudges. So I'm sure you guys are aware of this, but if you're not, one of the special things about dwarves is that you get a Book of Grudges, and it affects your public order, and affects your happiness, and affects, I think it can affect your upkeep? Income? Oh, not income, diplomacy. So the less grudges you have in your book, the better relations you have with other dwarves, because it basically means that you can look after your realms a bit more, and, you know, take revenge where needed, because dwarves are all about honour. So we've got one in here that we need to defeat an army belonging to the Bloody Spears, and we get 1,000 gold and treasury. This is the Bloody Spears, so we're going to do that next turn. So let's say one of your engineers gets assassinated by an orc tribe. You will most likely get a grudge saying that you need to attack, sack, or assassinate someone back. Nice cup of tea. So it's a Sunday today. It's a Sunday after Easter. Last week I was pretty much moving for the last, for about 5-6 days. It took a very long time.
I am the Slayer King.
I'll tell you about my moving shenanigans. We're going to fight the first battle. He's got some big uns. So yeah, it's a nice Sunday, nice cup of tea. Always have a cup of tea or coffee or iced tea or, I don't know, matcha tea. God knows, anything you want when playing Total War. It just goes along so nicely. So this is the first weekend I've actually managed to just relax a little bit. Last weekend was pretty full on. Let's let them come to us. Let them come, as Gimli would say. He was a famous dwarf, isn't he? I wonder who the most famous dwarf in the world is, though. And don't say Warwick Davis. I'd probably say, like, fictional dwarf, I should say. God, that's a pretty strong front line. Let's do that. Pretty thin on the ground in some places, but that's fine. I'm going up front. I'd probably say it was Gimli. Oh, I put my quarrelers in the rubbish. Oh. You're gonna make me come to you, aren't you? Great. Alright. While they march over, I'll talk about my moving experience. So, I used to live in a flat with my girlfriend, and the flat became a bit too small for what we needed it to be. Like, we had 2 cats. Actually, I put the quarters in that one. Had 2 cats. We had 3 rooms, including the bathroom. So it became a bit necessary to have a bit more room. Actually, I think I need to move the back a little bit. I don't want to start getting shot at.
Put those dwarven legs.
I always think the Thunderers, I always put Thunderers on the front line because I always feel like they're gonna shoot through my own men and damage them. But anyway, yeah. So we moved into a house. Let me just have a sip of tea. And if anyone's moved in their life, they know how much of a pain in the ass it is. The big ones. You just get the Thunderers on these big ones. You have to fill in those forms. You have to find a place for your find a tenant for your old place while you're going through a new one. So while I was going all the paperwork for the house, I was actually getting an agency to come round and.
Targets, Lord. Move.
Who's that then? Oh, I was getting an agency to have tenants come over and view the flat and stuff, and it's just a nightmare. It really is. And then you have to worry about the deposit. Luckily, I got all my deposit back because I kept the place in good shape and even painted the damn walls. Shoot the boys. Actually, no, I need the Thunderers on the right.
For the High King.
Try and lure them towards us.
Charge!
Oh, they don't care. I'm shooting at them and they just really don't care. Oh. I'm in their range I'm in their range now. Don't want my Thunderers getting shot. So let's go. They got shields. They do.
Nothing can stop us.
Let's put them over here.
Born of vengeance. Move now.
We're gonna have the miners go against the big uns. Come on, Ungrim.
dwarfen legs. They have wronged us.
Alright, well,
Ordnance ready. Range far.
let's do that.
Yes,
Keep
Lord.
shooting.
Slayers.
Have a look at the Slayers in action. I do love Slayers. Slayers have always been one of my favourite units. It's such a cool idea. They're so striking. I would really like them to have the option to have great weapons as well, and maybe upgrades like Dragon Slayers and Troll Slayers, more specialised. Let's just go in. Oh, don't shoot through them.
Nothing can stop us.
There you go, look at that. I'm not surprised that they routed. So, yeah, last Thursday was our moving in day. So we moved in. Had to rent a van. My parents helped me out. Had to move everything from the old flat into the new house. And rearrange furniture and put everything back in and unbox everything. It's just a pain. And it's so tiring. But I thought it would be a good idea to order not only the new fridge and washing machine on the day we moved in, but also an IKEA shipment. Oh boy, that was a lot to do in one day. Just ridiculous. I'm surprised that one is still around, to be honest. Oh, the miners. I thought they were the thunderers for a second. Ooh, that's a good thing. Let's stop. Let's there you go. Ooh, that was a bit of a firing squad. I love doing this. Let's see how long he lasts. He's got an arrow in his shoulder. He walked into a tree. Typical orc. Oh, those orcs took a few bullets for him. How's he doing? 600 health. He's bleeding. Oh. They're nearly out of range. They're not going to get another volley on him. Quarrelers might do a good job though.
Quarrelers! Thunderers!
Go. Go, go, go. No, they're not catching up. He's faster. Alright. So yeah, everything got delivered. I was making IKEA furniture at like 11 o'clock at night. And then the Friday, I tried turning my computer on. And lo and behold, it didn't turn on. Like, I built my new desk, I got everything ready, and I was just like, right, the one thing I can rely on is a computer. Turned it on, immediately powered down. So anyone who's built their own computer knows how worrying that is. So 4 hours of troubleshooting, taking everything in and out and in and out. I finally got it to boot. It was RAM. I took a piece of RAM out, it turned on. Put RAM back in slowly, they all turned back on.
I grow restless.
What's it? Kind of, let's wait a little bit before we go in there.
Battle.
That's enough to war for us.
My vows will be satisfied with this.
Alright, so how are we gonna... We're obviously gonna play Ungrim as the heavy damage dealing guy that he is. What's this? Extremely daring death blow. Determined death blow. Right. Hit points greater than 50%. So if he's got more health than 50%, he can't affect this. Can't activate this ability. 20% armor piercing. Is it passive? No. 40. Oh. Hit points greater than 20%. I think this is obviously the better choice because of the physical resistance. Weapon strength 15% when fighting against greenskins, vampire counts, and chaos. Let's leave that for now. Actually, let's do the greenskin one because we're going to be fighting the greenskins more than anything else, especially because we start down here.
I am the Slayer.
So yes, I turned it on, didn't turn off, took everything out, put everything back in, and it turned on. I was like, great. So it started booting up. It got to the Windows logo, and it would crash every time that little circle would spin around, making it load. So I troubleshooted everything for like 2 hours. Tried loading it up from the previous version, tried reinstalling it straight off that same hard drive, nothing. Every time I tried to do anything with it, it would just crash. So then I had to go to my mum's house, download another version of Windows on a memory stick, had to get one of those restore discs, stick that in, and then completely reinstall Windows. And then it was like, are you sure you want to reinstall Windows? I was like, yes. It's like, which hard drive would you like to use? So I chose one. And lo and behold, it wouldn't let me install it to any of the hard drives in my computer because of some kind of formatting thing. I can't remember exactly what it was. And I was just like, God's sake. So then I reformatted my SSD, which I had recently bought for gaming. So I had all of my Total War Warhammer saves. Oh, we got Dragon Helm, that's pretty good. Oh no, I haven't got that yet. I need to do the Thundering Falls though. Jesus, I've got a lot of money now. Oh. Doom Seekers. Casualty replenish rate 50. That's pretty good. Let's do that. And then let's go with Route March.
Ah, to die in battle.
Have I got my... Not quite. I'll keep the growth thing on there.
I am the Slayer King.
That's... I don't really want anything else. Yes, so I lost everything on that hard drive essentially, which is why we're playing a new campaign. It was quite annoying. It was... I was just, at that point, I just got to the point where I was like, I just want my computer to work. Like, I just want it to turn on and start so I can actually do things on it. So I had to reinstall, like, Sony Vegas, I had to reinstall Adobe Fireworks, I had to reinstall, like, Chrome and everything. Everything. Steam, Origin, Uplay, even though no one should really install Uplay. Like, literally everything. Luckily, my other hard drive still had the stuff in it, so I had all my, like, important stuff for this channel. So, like, my thumbnails and stuff. Income from toolmaking, income from settlements, that's definitely a good boost in the early game. Right, let's upgrade that. I would really like a siege workshop. Trading depot would be good. Trinket maker would also be good though. But I'm not... 5% boost from all buildings. Let's upgrade the gem mine. And we'll get... How many slots will I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll get 5. So I'm going to have that. I'm obviously going to have that. So that'll be 4. 3, 2, 1, 0. I guess if I... Yeah. So I'm going to have to leave one of these slots open for now.
I must fulfill my Slayer oath.
So anyone who's built their own computer can obviously feel my pain with that whole debacle. And then Saturday was my shit, I would really like my deposit back. let's go sort the flat out because I'm meeting my old landlord at 6 o'clock to do the handover of the keys. So on the Saturday, after obviously spending 2 days, like literally non-stop, maybe 5 hours sleep both nights, unpacking everything. Saturday I went and cleaned the flat, I hoovered, I painted the walls, painted the skirting board, I got all the horrible mould because it was an old Victorian house and their air circulation is just terrible. It's just terrible for that kind of stuff. Let's build that for now, and then I can delete it later on.
The Slayer in me seeks death.
What else do I have to do? I had to put the curtains back up. Yeah, God, it was a long day. And then met with the landlord, handed the keys over, so that place is gone. Quite weird really, because I was living there for about a year and a half. It was a good little place, but it just wasn't good for more than one person. And I didn't have central heating. I had like electricity heating. And anyone who's ever had an immersion meter, which is basically immersion heater, which is basically you have to turn a switch on, and it's all done through electric, it's not gas. And it's just awful. It takes like 2 hours to warm up water. It does keep it for a while, but it's just a bit of a pain in the ass. And then I had electric heaters and I had really tall ceilings. And anyone who knows anything knows that heat rises, so...
Ready. Aye.
Oh,
Let's
do you
hear
want to join
what
my
you have to
confederation?
say.
Sweet. What about you? Do you like me?
Greeting.
Oh,
It
Carrick
is
Hearn.
What is your message?
Have a non-aggression back
Clans
by the
do
guard.
no.
No? Alright. Alright, so I've just merged with these guys.
Lord of Clan Morgrim.
Haven't got much money now.
What?
Go in there. I have a feeling that these guys are going to come get me. So I might
I grow restless.
Bag them.
move old Ungrim down south.
To battle.
Which is always up there. 115! Damn! 369! Wow! Higher. Getting my lands back. Dwarves are getting revenge. Ooh, that's a pretty big army. That'd be a good,
I
good
am the
test.
Slayer King.
Let's get him melee attack up. I'm not going to give him any buffs. I might just put a Thane in afterwards and make him the buffer.
What?
I would really... Oh! Oh, I can actually get them now. Sweet. Let's get the commandment up. Growth, that's pretty good. Public order's a bit of an... Actually, the public order's only a bit of an issue because I've just taken that province. So... I might go with Massive Steel and Stone for now. What was I saying? When I sit my turn. Yeah, whatever. Then Sunday was obviously Easter. That was like the first day we actually managed to just like not do anything. Though we did. We had to drive to a recycling centre and pile up the car full of cardboard boxes and like just so much stuff went. Oh my god, so much stuff went into the back of that car. Then we went to my parents' house for Easter dinner, and then Monday we went shopping just as like a day out for ourselves. Tuesday, can't remember what we did Tuesday. Go away. Yeah, and then that was that. That went pretty quick, didn't it? Public order, income from toolmakers, Master Steel Commandment, diplomatic relations. That might be good, especially if we want. Yeah, that trade one might help. But let's go with the toolmakers first, because that is going to be helpful.
One rag. Moving.
They're gonna try getting me. First, I'm gonna build a growth thing on here for now. Let's have a look at the garrison for Barrack Val. That is not very good. Actually, it's got Thunderers, and the Wolf Rider is going to be useless on a siege. But I would really like them to attack me before I do anything. I need to get rid of these guys first, though.
I must fulfill my Slayer oath. Aye, but the action
2 grudge throwers
demands blood.
and 2 more quarrelers. I'm guessing he's going to siege. We'll try. Kara's a Karak. So yes, now I'm all settled in, which is basically what I was trying to get to the point of after that long rambling. So I hope you guys are doing it. Oh, I'll fight this. I hope you guys are having a good time. I'm very happy to be painting again, because obviously when all the people were coming to view the flat, I had to, oh my god, I had to hide the cats every time because I wasn't actually allowed cats. So every time someone had to come over and view it, I had to go on my lunch break, rush to the flat, drive the cats to my mum's, hide any evidence of them, so like litter tray, toys, scratching posts, climbing frames, beds, that kind of thing. Right, they attack me, so I can turtle up. Let's go in the woods. Let's put the Longbeards in the middle.
Vengeance.
Group 1. 2.
We demand blood.
You on the side with the Slayers behind you protecting you.
Vengeance.
Because you're going to get attacked by some Wolf Riders, I know you are. Let's put you on the side like that. Let's put you on the side like that. And Ungrim in the middle. Where's my... Okay. The miners will be the backup.
The clans unite.
Yeah, I want you in group 2. Oh well. Alright, let's go. You better come to me. Okay, they are. It's a lot of orcs. These Wolf Riders are going to be the issue.
On my oath.
Why don't you have your ability? Oh, it must be passive. It must just pop when he gets under 20%. I'll end the episode when we get out of this battle.
Thunderers.
Right, you're all going on defensive.
We'll guard it. We stay put. Slayers.
Who's hidden? You guys. Oh yeah, you are. Of course you are.
Ready to
So
serve.
there's Snorri Redmane's in here somewhere. So I have got a few mods on. Obviously you've seen a couple. Them being the skill points that we get when we level up. I just feel like that's a definitely needed upgrade, because otherwise it feels too small. I think I've also got the actual resizing of the lords. They don't look ridiculous. I think Ungrim's a bit shorter than you would normally be. Like movement, home region, movement bonus 1, that's a pretty much standard one. Another one. Sorry if you can hear the clicky clacky of my keyboard as well. Probably picks it up.
The clans unite.
It's just my mechanical keyboard, which I treated myself to a couple of weeks and months ago. So I like to write, and it's nicer to write on. Though I'm still getting used to the spacing between the keys. I keep hitting other ones. These Wolf Riders are going to be a real pain in the ass, but they're pretty weak. Oh! I'm getting shot by them. Let's get the Quarrelers over here.
Move! On the way! Come on! Move now!
Those Thunderers are going to be there.
The clans unite!
Shoot them.
Plow through!
If any of you die to this, I'm going to be very upset. There's a few goblins with some pointy sticks, at the most.
What? Warriors! We
Big
are
line.
relentless! War of vengeance! Miners! Strike out! Quarrelers!
There. We're on skirmish mode, so that's good.
Let's start shooting!
You're gonna shoot? Oh, you're on a ridge. Bollocks.
Dwarf warriors! For the Callous Anchor!
Okay, let's get a charge on. Go over there and help. Where are those? Oh, bollocks. Let's do that. I thought that was going to happen. Go in. Go in. Charge in. In you go. Right, so Ungrim. Where's the leader? There. Go after him. Nashrak. It's the big man himself.
Yes! Dull! Miners!
There's a bit of a gap in my line, but that's alright.
Go!
Slayers against the Wolf Riders. Pretty easy.
Miners! We demand blood! Nothing can stop us! Move
that.
now! Move! Ready to
Fill
strike!
in the gaps.
Miners! Thunderers!
Wow, they absolutely obliterated those Wolf Riders. Holy crap. Actually, they're as tall as them. Absolutely demolished them.
Move now!
Brilliant.
For the Callous Anchor! Yes! Yes! Thunderers! The clans unite! Move to attack!
No, they're going to come back. So shoot them. Alright.
Quarrelers! Yes, Lord! Go! Move it out!
Well,
Miners! Get moving! Plow through!
Try and get around them. Nasty Skulkers are starting to break. Goblins on the right flank, I'm not worried about at all with the Wolf Riders, the Archers.
Quarrelers!
Let's get rid of them.
Miners!
Go after them.
Thunderers!
Here come the White Riders again, they're back. Rear charge my Slayers, but that's fine.
Force! Ready axis!
Be sure that they can handle that.
Charge! For the Callous
This
Anchor!
miners unit is getting a bit battered, so let's
Thunderers!
shoot into them.
Slayers! Vengeance! Yes!
Their leader's broken.
Vengeance! Go! Go! Get moving! Range first!
carry
Range
on.
first!
Miners are getting shot in the back now, which isn't ideal.
Slayers! Runners! Oh, more
The left flank
dwarf
is
and
mine.
Shah! Down! Nothing can stop us!
Right, let's move everyone back into the middle.
Thunderers! Strike
Gonna
out!
come back. They're going to come back. The Wolf Riders aren't.
Miners! Nothing can stop us!
He's coming back.
For the ancestor blood!
He's coming back.
Miners! Ready to
Back in.
Anu! Dal! Tear them down! God!
Nice, the Skulkers came back. That's quite a surprise.
For the ancestor
Where are you
gods!
going? Whoa!
Move!
That was a
Move now!
close hit. Some orcs are still around. Oh, they are.
Thunderers! On!
Nah, they're breaking.
Miners!
This is pretty much mine. It's just these assholes.
Dwarf honor is at stake! Dwarf warriors!
Alright, everyone back into the trees to get some cover from these annoying people. This is why dwarves desperately need gyrocopters, because otherwise you have no real answer to archers. Why are you all shooting the same orc? That poor thing. It's made out of mushrooms. If you didn't know that, that's actually true. The Slayers might actually be able to make up to them. Let's try that.
Go!
Yeah, they're made out of... They literally pop out the ground. There is no, like, male or female. They're asexual, so... Hey, stop! Everyone. What's that? Formation. Go here. Yeah, just keep shooting him.
As ye command, for the ancestor gods.
Can you get one more round on him?
Nothing can stop us.
Gosh, they're actually coming back again and again. Right, shattered. There you go. They're all gone. I've won. Yeah, they're spores. And like mushroom spores, which is why they can survive so much, and they're pretty hardy. They literally just grow out of the ground. So one of the things in 40k is once there's been an invasion of orcs on like a planet, it's hard to get rid of them because you might get rid of all the orcs themselves, but in 20 years time all the spores will just grow and just pop them all back out. Now you have another 100,000 orcs on your hands because you didn't fumigate the land. It's just ridiculous. But I do like how the orc anatomy works. That's why they can survive. You can literally just shove anything on them and then they'll live. So what killed the most? These orc boys. These slayers did a hell of a job though. Let's have the 600 gold. How dare you try it? Silly orc. Oh. What? What's happened to my settlement? Oh, well, that's gone, isn't it? There's no way I'm going to get that. I'm going to have to take that back. That's probably why they confederated with me. I need to build another army. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the inaugural episode of my Ungrim campaign. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you then.